Hi everyone, my name is Tanya and welcome back to my channel about fiber arts. This video will be about my favorite sewing projects in the past year. In the past few years I started to feel like my sewing skills are good enough not to only follow the patterns but to alter them. This gave me the opportunity to start building a wardrobe that feels truly like mine. As far as I remember myself, I was always drawn to longer and fuller skirts and the silhouettes with defined waist. But for a long time I didn't have enough confidence to wear things like that. In my 20s I was mostly wearing jeans and miniskirts. So whether this is the age or maybe I finally have enough self-confidence or maybe the fashion is shifting towards this way, I started wearing fuller and longer skirts, and sewing plays a huge role in that. People often say, and it's true, that sewing doesn't really save us money. Good quality fabrics cost a lot, and plus our time, of course, is very valuable. However, I don't completely agree with that. Because mass market is trying to draw the cost really low, they don't have complicated, interesting silhouettes, maybe some vintage or retro looks. And if they do have, it's kind of simple. I've seen some smaller brands online suggest these kind of dresses, skirts or whatever, blouses, but ordering from a small brand that you don't know, it's like ordering a cat in a bag. You never know how the item will fit you, especially if it's a complicated construction. It must fit really well to the body, and all of the bodies are different. So sewing made the wish to build the wardrobe of my dreams real. And I really encourage everyone who feels like me to try sewing. Building up skills really doesn't take that much time and it's lots of fun. Having said that, let's move on to my favorite project of 2025. There will be 4 of them, and the first one is this vest. I have a full tutorial on how I made this vest, and it includes my alteration of the original pattern, which was meant for a dress. It has princess seams, a tie in the back. For this project I've used a little leftover piece of 100% linen, and I have bought some rayon colorful fabric for the lining. This vest is fully lined. These vintage looking buttons are in fact plastic, but I really love them. I like to pair this vest with my loose dresses like this one because it defines the waist almost like a corset, but without feeling uncomfortable. And when I wear it on top of a blouse, it gives some sort of a horse riding look. So now I need to make some trousers and probably get a hat, and that's on my list for 2026. The next project I'm going to talk about is this dress. I have made this dress in spring and it was a very difficult time for me. My husband already left to the US and I stayed alone with kids in Turkey. This project was a way to distract myself from what was happening and to sort of feel grounded. The original pattern is from Bodice Style magazine. It's a German magazine that is translated to many other languages. A lot of my sewing projects are from there. I haven't changed anything in this pattern, I just followed it directly. The fabric came from my mother-in-law's stash and I barely had enough of it to fit the pattern. I believe it is rayon, but I'm not sure. And the color is really beautiful. It's that kind of cold shade of beige, not the yellowish, not the greenish. It's really the best beige I have ever seen. This dress is slightly sheer and I wear it on top of a slip. From the construction viewpoint, this dress is really interesting because it features some traditional vintage details. For example, instead of traditional darts, It has seam shape in here, and the sleeves are slightly tapered. I don't see tapered sleeves anymore in modern patterns. And the skirt has imitation of godet shape. Elastics here define the waistline without feeling it too uncomfortable and too tight. I think it would be really nice to pair this dress with high heels, but I don't wear high heels at all, so I pair it with just keds. And in my opinion, keds give this vintage dress a bit more contemporary look. Before last summer began, the uncertainty around the documents became too heavy on me, so I took the kids back to my home country to my parents, and we stayed there for 3.5 months. During that time, I have completed a few sewn projects, and this dress is one of them. The pattern is also from Border Style magazine. The original pattern had a pencil skirt. I changed it to a half circle skirt. The bodice is very tight and it fits almost like corset, so I put it directly on me rather than on my dress form, because my dress form is slightly bigger than I am and this dress probably won't fit it. The fabric is from my mom's stash and it's 100% cotton. When I started my sewing journey, I believed that this kind of fabric is suitable for home decor or bedding only. I think that belief was based on that subconsciously wish to copy mass market production. And mass market dresses usually have that silk feel, but usually it's just 100% polyester. I'm so happy that that phase is gone, because I discovered that these cotton fabrics can be very comfortable. There are tons of beautiful prints and they look so versatile. Then they are suitable for so many fashion projects. The dress is fully lined. I lined it with a very thin white cotton batiste. I love this project, and this dress is my absolutely favorite, not only in the last year, but throughout my entire sewing journey, which is about 10 years now. The final project I wanted to talk about, actually there are two projects that I have combined into one complete look and wore it for this Christmas. It's this blouse and a skirt. I have sewn this blouse back in March. It is from 100% silk chiffon from my mother-in-law's stash, and I'm going to link a pattern that I've used for this blouse below. I haven't changed anything in the pattern because it was already complicated enough to work with this extremely thin chiffon. This project helped me to work on my serger rolled hem skills, because all of these ruffles are finished with a serger rolled hem. And this blouse is quite sheer, something that my husband and kids love to point at. But I love it. I think it is very airy, feminine, and I don't really think it's very revealing. Please let me know what you think about it, and is that okay to wear something like this? And as for the skirt, it was one of my last sewing projects in 2025. I have a full tutorial for this skirt, and I'm going to leave a link below for it. It's inspired by Pinterest. It has this tapered yoke with a hand embroidery on it. The only thing I have changed after recording and publishing the video is I have realized that the yoke gets wrinkled really quickly. Even like after a few minutes of sitting in a car, it gets wrinkled and it loses its beautiful shape. So I unraveled the hand stitches that attach the inner yoke to the skirt and reinforced both inner and outer front yokes with fusible cotton interfacing. Originally, I only reinforced the outer yoke with quite thin interfacing, so I added on top of it a cotton interfacing and reinforced the inner yoke. It became almost as hard as corset. I can wear it for the entire day and it doesn't get wrinkled. So I love this skirt very much. I wear it a lot recently because it's great for winter. It's long enough. I pair it with sweaters, with long sleeves, and I love it. These were my favorite projects from 2025. I think the trend is obvious here. Fuller skirts, the projects that require more fabric, and Pinterest-inspired silhouettes. Please leave me a comment below which one you liked the most, and I would also love to hear about your favorite projects. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have lots of exciting ideas for 2026, and let's sew together. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.